Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel to get your daily Bible verse and Bible chapter. I hope you have a great day and come back each and every day for a new verse and a new chapter. Thank you and God bless. Man becomes king of Judah. Man was 12 years old when he became king, ruled as king in Jerusalem for 55 years. His mother's name was Hep. Man did things that the Lord said were evil. He did terrible things, terrible sins that the other nations in Canaan had done. Those were the nations that the Lord had chased out of so that the Israelites could live there. Man built again the altars on the hills that his father Hezekiah had destroyed. He built altars for people to worship. Baal, he had also made Asherah pole as king. Ahab of Israel had done. He bent down low to worship all the stars in the sky. He built altars in the Lord's temple. The Lord had said about his temple, "That is my house in Jerusalem where people will worship me." Man built altars to give honor to the stars and built yards in the Lord's temple. He burned his own son with fire. As a sacrifice, he used magic and false gods to find all out what would happen in the future. He took advice from musicians and people who had talked to the spirit of the dead people. He did many things that the Lord said was evil. This made the Lord very angry. Man used wood to make an image of the false god, Ash. He put this idol in the Lord's temple. The Lord had said about his temple to King David and to his son, King Solomon, "People will worship me in my temple here in Jerusalem. This is the place that I have chosen to be my home forever. I have chosen it from among all the tribes of Israel. I will never cause the Israelite people to leave this land. And I gave to their ancestors but they must be careful to obey my commandments and all my laws that my servant Moses gave to them. But people did not obey the Lord. Man caused them to turn away from God. The Israelites did more evil things than the people who lived in Canaan before them. The Lord had destroyed all the nations so that the Israelites could live there. So the Lord used his servants, the prophets, to say this: Man, the king of Judah, has done terrible sins. He has done more things than Am did, who lived in Canaan before him. He has caused the people of Judah to do wrong things as they worship his idols. So the Lord Israel's God says this: I will cause great trouble to happen in Jerusalem and on all the kingdom of Judah. Everyone here who hears this news about it will be very surprised. I will judge Jerusalem, and I will punish the people as I punished Samaria and the family of King Ahab. I will remove the people from Jerusalem like someone who washes the dirt off of both sides of the plate. I will no longer help those of my own people who still remain. I will put them under the power of their enemies. All their enemies will rob them. They will take all their valuable things for themselves. My people have done the things that I say are evil. They have made me very angry. They have continued to do that since their ancestors came from Egypt until today. Also, man murdered many people who had not done anything wrong. The blood was all in the streets of Jerusalem. He caused the people in Judah to do very bad things. 2. He caused them to do things that the Lord says were evil. The other things that happened while man was king are written in a book. The book is called The History of the Kings of Judah. It tells about the things that man did, including all the terrible sins. Man died and they buried him in the garden of his palace. It's called Asherah Garden. His son Armon became king after him. Armon was 22 years old when he became king. He ruled as king in Jerusalem for 2 years. His mother's name was Mesh. She was the daughter of Harzus, who came from Jobath, Armon did things that the Lord said were evil, as his father, man, had done. He lived in the same bad way as his father did. He went down low to worship the useless idols that his father had worshipped. He turned away from the Lord, the God that his ancestors worshipped. He did not obey the Lord's teaching. Armon's officers decided to kill him. They killed him in his palace. Then the people of Judah punished all of Armon's murderers with death. They chose his son Zariah to be king after him. The other things that Armon did is written in a book. The book is called The History of the Judah's Kings. People buried him in his grave in Uzzah's garden. His son Josiah became king after him. First John 4:18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made of perfect love. 1 John 4:18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. One of my favorite verses is Philippians 4:13, and it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. If you have your own favorite verse, please put that down below and let me know what it is. Again, today's verse is 1 John 4:18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. Always remember to smile, because you never know what a smile can do for someone's day. Thank you and God bless. Thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you can remember to watch each and every day's video. Thank you for the ones that have been with me from the beginning. Please help me expand my ministry. Thank you and God bless.